Hey guys, my name is Leo and this is my E39 M5. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the car, what happened that day. What went wrong with it, engine wise, body wise, damages, and what we need to do to get it better at drifting. First thing, let's start with the mods. Now let me pop the hood so you guys can see. We have the Dynon cold air intake. We have the Dynon strut bar. We have the MAF deletes from Dynon, and it's also on Alpha M tune. Now in the back, we have Dynon catback exhaust. We have the rear Dynon sway bar. Now inside the car, we have the Sumbitch Performance handbrake extender. We have Rogue Engineering short shifter, and we have an F10 M5 shifter. For the transmission, what we did with the transmission, we went with a lightweight flywheel by my friend Jed from Ironhorn. What he does, he gets the original dual mass flywheel and he shaves 9 pounds out of the original one, and that translates into 23% in reduction in weight. Now in rotation mass, that actually translates into over 50% of reduction, which just gives you a better acceleration and a better throttle response. Now the rear end, what we did was we upgraded all the mounts and the bushings. For brakes, we have a big brake kit from Brembo in the front, stock in the rear. For the rear, we only have the rotors drilled and slotted and high performance brake pads. And that's pretty much it for mods. All right, now for the fun part, let's talk about what went wrong. First thing first, my fender liners in the front, gone. Car is on stock suspension. Like I said, we only have the sway bars. So because the car is on stock suspension, the car had way too much body roll. So when the car was in full drift and I would get on the brakes, it would tilt forward and the tire would hit the fender liner in the front and it just shredded it. That's in the front. So what happened in the rear, I was running Federal's 595 RSR, and on the second set, they delaminated and pretty much destroyed my fender liners, and also the rubber got on the side of the car, putting a lot of marks, scratches on the door, fender, the rear quarter panel. So we'll go over that in a second. Now for the rear, I did run ESR SR01. They're 19x10 wheels with the offset of 22. Tire size was 265/30 18s on the rear, you know, just to try them out. Shout out to my boy David from ESR for hooking it up on the wheels, and also my boy from MSD Performance, Mike. Thank you for the tires, appreciate it. Okay, for the front and the rear bumper. Now the front bumper has some scratches right here on this side and also on the other side. That's from hitting cones. And we did go into the dirt. One of the entrances, I was trying to learn how to initiate the drift, and I went in too high, I was too close. I went in to the dirt, as you see in this footage right here. So when we went into the dirt, it did a little bit of damage on the HG Snitcher Type 3 wheels that I have in the front, and I left them in the front. That won't happen again. There's way too many chances of damaging these wheels, and you know, these wheels are not easy to come by. So I'm gonna restore them, get them fixed up, and just put them on the side every time we go drifting. Now for the rear bumper, I did clip a couple of cones. It was a cold day, the cones were hard, you know, they're melted and rocks all over them, they're used and abused. So I did put some scratches and cracks on my rear bumper, and we'll go over that right now in this clip. All right, so that covers it for cosmetic problems. Now, mechanical problems. My AC condenser fan went out. It started making noise. Now, when it turns on, it makes noise. It hits the shroud. It needs to be replaced. My cold air intake on the left side, the bracket for it broke or got loose. I haven't got under the car. I don't know what happened to it, but now it's loose and it's just all over the place. Also, the shield under the car, under the engine, the dust cover, that's destroyed. I did go over a cone and I didn't realize that it got stuck under the car. So when I pulled out, I parked the car to let it cool down, and we realized about 5 minutes later that the car was still smoking. So me and my boy Brian, that's behind the camera right now, we ran to the car, checked it out, lifted it. We found that the cone was stuck under the header and it was melting, and it actually caught on fire. So we were able to put it out and yank that thing out. That would have been really bad. And the worst thing of all, my vanos went out. It started doing the famous S62 rattle on startup for a few seconds. So it's gonna go into Einhorn shop. My boy Jed is gonna look over the car and we're gonna go over what happened to it. Maybe we can rebuild it or replace it. I don't know yet. We'll see in the next video. Also, the transmission now is making noise. Now, under the car, we try to inspect it. Under the car, it sounds like either the drive shaft or the differential. But in the car, it sounds like it's coming from the transmission. And also we can try to hear it in this clip. So we'll pick up on that later when the car is actually in the shop and we're under it. I'll try to get some footage of what happened, where the problem is, and what we need to do to get it fixed. All right, guys, so that covers it today for damages and, you know, mods and everything about my car. And this is the first video I put on YouTube of this car and, you know, drifting and stuff. So please subscribe to follow the build and see where we go from there. Thank you.
We can wedge it into something. You just use little clips here. Was it when you flicked it or what?
All right, pretty cool, huh? Okay, that wraps it up for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you guys can keep up with, you know, what we're gonna do to the car, what mods we need next, and you know, take it to the next event and see how we progress in doing this. You know, it's all about seat time, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep at it until we get, you know, actually pretty good at it instead of us just spinning out every round. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you next time.